I'm Shy XL, man. And let me tell you something. We different over here. We big steppers. Let's go.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters. Whoa. Yo, what you say? No, we don't play you out your mind. Watch what you say, that type of shit could get you lined. And if you search, then let me tell you what you'll find. The city is mine. Just a mud who became the pick of the litter. Now my name ring bells when you talk heavy hitters. Nice nigga, but don't make me transform like Thriller. Sam Cooke a nigga beat like I was born by the river. Go get her, you piss her, you get off of the shitter. Can't put you in the spotlight, you niggas are with her. Keep an eye open around for any nigga that slither. Cause it ain't no sunshine here like Bill Withers. Whoa, fuck you know about this life I live. How you gon' talk to me like I ain't lose no rib? Like I ain't lose no crib, ain't lose no kid. Ain't sleep in my car and I ain't lose no gig. Shit, I never gave an order that I ain't did. And I ain't never take a fucking thing that I wouldn't give. Always kept it a bill, homie, I ain't fib. And if I had to go sit, then I just do my bid. Yo, my whole team full of steel beams we can't fold. Your whole circle full of some squares you can't roll. That's why we always take it to levels you can't go. Talk shit, but you can see me with these hands though. If looks to kill like Cyclops, these niggas wanna see me in Pine Box. No, not on my watch. Got a better chance to rewind clocks when you quit, nigga, when time stops, bitch. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa.
This flow is award-winning. Torment him, bomb to death, I'm bored with him. Trash him, throw him away with the has-beens. Ice cold with the flow, I'm Alaskan. You was in the fucking jungle in the past tense. I be with the lions, they my friends, Carol Baskins. And like her, they'll never find a body. Tiger stripe tracksuit, feeling like Joe Exotic. Shit, I don't know what it is, but I know I got it. Feeling like Alonzo, surgical with the shotty. All you see is skull and bones, Illuminati. Probably, I be the illest nigga to do it. I just talk shit on the beat and they call it music. I just come provide you with heat, remain the coolest. You ain't never been in the street with all the shooters. I was sipping yak with rioters and looters. Gotta keep my boots laced, shoot straight. Run up on you with the deuce 8 in a screw face. It's bad out here, my style effortless. 2 hands hugging a Ruger, so affectionate. Lot of suckers don't want war, I'm respecting it. Biggest stepper, snatch your plate, the hood starving. Cause they got beard shoot trades like James Harden. Straight from NY to Philly, we still mobbing.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, one West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas, my niggas. Certified one West hitters, whoa. 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 Whoa.
Y'all ain't ready yet, man. Here it come right now, prepare yourself. Here comes the boom.
Here come the boom. Look who just stepped in the room. Got soldiers in every direction. As long as they steppin' in tune. I be in all black with the groom. Watching Babylon fall to doom. Lord, know I'm ready, and I know that you know that her love is deadly, but I am immune. These niggas talking rude to whom? That's a spot, you'll be moving soon, and you'll be leaving shortly. Still walking with them angels, yeah, they still enforce me. Got a whole lot of zeal, I can't get it off me. Plus I'm winning like I got a blue ribbon on me. He ain't one what, bitch, I'm begging pardon. See, I knew these niggas like to do that pillow talking. So that's why I bought a Glock to the slumber party. Got it off the dust. I just began to it pretty much. That brotherhood of weapon, gotta keep it in the clutch. If it ain't one West nigga, hush. I don't wanna hear it, keep your tone down. Had a couple complications, but it's on now. So you can kill in speculation, bitch, I'm thrown down. And if you want a conversation, set his zone down. What he say, I ain't hear him, I done zoned down. Can't walk, this a low mouth. I'm 44, I'm on another level with it. These niggas never listen, so I let the devil get his ass. I try to tell him, I'm a rebel nigga. Better be careful if you ever think I'm stepping in my pound. Cause it ain't no game, stay in your lane. Now I'm playing twisted metal with his ass. Got it off the gut. I just been getting to it pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon, gotta keep it in the clutch. Revenge to my main bitch, I think I got a crush. And she know that I got some sick shit inside me. Bitch, you know Isupk versus everybody. Got the side, move the buttons like he Teddy Riley. Now I race through the track like a Ricky Bobby. Got it off the dust. I just been getting to it pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon, gotta keep it in the clutch. Gotta keep it with me, it's a must. Got it off the dust. I just been getting to it pretty much. Your brotherhood and weapon, gotta keep it in the clutch. If it ain't one West, nigga, hot.
You heard what he said. If they want West, nigga, hush. Watch your goddamn mouth, man. We ain't the same. We not the same. We'll never be the same. We react different. We live different. And we're gonna keep on pushing this truth until your Howard shall return, sucker. And y'all niggas out there, y'all lukewarm. Y'all can never be us. Cause we hot. Burning hot. Let's get it.
Someone who's a Crip or a Blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Straight out of One West. Ooh, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. Cause we the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot. Hot, 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 hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars I spit. Niggas swearing they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without a mind shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This nation we protecting, heading for Armageddon. Told them niggas no sweat, but these other niggas are sweating. If you can't take the heat, nigga get out the kitchen. Ain't nothing these niggas saying you can find in the scriptures. They stealing our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper, trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. It's one God, faith, and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. Straight out of One West, ooh, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. Cause we the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Gotta spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth, that's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need to breathe, cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, gonna break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds, so cry loud. I stay your ass at home, cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blast the chrome, and they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the prophets home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay, you wearing purple panties, you great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block, talking to cops, trying to make an arrest. Think you on West? We ain't calling you out, that's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out, because we and you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man.
We set a blaze to the street when we prophesy to the wind. You be amazed with deceit, false prophets feeding our kin. We set a fire to them lies in hope. They open their eyes, most niggas won't see the truth, even if it's written on the blind. They peeking out to see the real priest who change their lives. Commander General Yohana, the son that's out here to teach. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers. Looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Tainted worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone or my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your rhyme. And you can keep it cause ain't no cowards gon' hold our line. You out here led by individuals, practicing wicked rituals. And you ain't a hot boy cause you falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of One West, ooh, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scripture out, pull the tool out. Cause we the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot. Hot, 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 hot. I ain't a hot boy, hot, you call that. Hot, 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 hot. And I ain't a hot boy, what do you call that?
Someone who's a Crip or a Blood or a...
Hold on 1 second, man. Let's take it down to Texas real quick, man. One West for Universal. Let's talk to him.
When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The pride of the environment we was raised in. cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin. When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The product of the environment we was raised in. You see hell is conditioned, a cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin. In this nation, my skin is my sin, a menace to society. Laws made because they fear the greatness inside of it. Crackhead on the corner can sing like Ryan Osley, and we run from the cops like track meets the irony. Cause every nigga in the Olympics straight out the hood, and we get where we come from when it's all good. $1 million slave with survivor remorse, that's textbook. Looks divide and conquer, inspire others to work harder for minimum wage. To shine like you won't send a page. Welcome to the rat race. Now you will spin your look down on those can keep your pace. These young bulls is Lazarus, the man in the mirror looking you in the face. You reap what you sow, the fruit will grow from every tree. That's how you know. Friend from foe, that set the triangle, pass the time like the rock and give and go. You either build or destroy, make your choice, bro. When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The product of the environment we was raised in. You see hell is conditioned, a cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin. When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The product of the environment we was raised in. You see hell is conditioned, a cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin. All these atrocities in my isosceles cause animosity when hope is a limited commodity. Rats in the race of opportunity with success rates. It's a low probability. I mean, they build a prison before we even leave elementary. And Christianity got our people retarded spiritually. I mean, seriously, you're gonna be in heaven with those that committed genocide on your ancestry. I'd rather be in hell where at least you know your enemy. Make it make sense to me. But you got native in your blood and celebrate Thanksgiving. Work you like a Hebrew slave and won't entertain a simple possibility that you is you. Simply, in reality, they call you anti-Semitic, the viscosity of a carbon copy, the shame, originality. The kingdom of heaven is within. We just saw the earth, the children of God. When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The product of the environment we was raised in. You see, hell is conditioned, a cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin. When I roll around my city, all I see is our sin. The product of the environment we was raised in. You see, hell is conditioned, a cell made by men. The choices that we make, that box of sin.
You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth. The Lord wants black men to be able to be men again. The Lord wants to stop the white man from killing our babies in the abortion clinics. The Lord wants us to get off the drugs and then raise our families back up to be the men and women of the Lord, man. But there's something in the middle of us right now. What is that? That Christian church, man. Get with me, brothers. Joel, the 3rd chapter, 1st verse. Read it loud.
Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Prepare war.
Do what?
Prepare war.
You hear what the Lord said? Declare this among the Gentiles, man. Why? Because it don't look like they're going to war now. It look like they in control and in power of everything. But for the prophets of the Lord that know exactly what's going to happen in the earth, we know that it's time to prepare for war.
Alright. We gonna take it to the new school right now. My man Shaw. South Cat. Holding it down. You know we waiting on y'all. We sit back waiting on them chariots. Hey yo, Shaw, let them know. Come on.
Talking about how much money you got, but in reality, the Lord just got you there to watch you fall. What's gonna save you in the end, boy? If you don't know, comprehend. Choose knowledge over silver and gold. No, we ain't the same. I'm in the UPK. Ordained by the Lord to drop the jewels to poverty. The poverty, it looks so wild when we out on this bitch. And no, we don't play no games. So stay home, little kids. It's like a sword what we say, but it's in the game like EA. Boy, know your lane like freeways, or I have to see like CJ. to life like relay. I'm at they neck cause I'm up next, nigga. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay. Got money paying tithes for me. My people starving like some damn puppies. I'm a big dog, use a damn puppet. The lowest nigga in the school can probably show you something. Somebody bring me some wine. Is that my baby? That's Lil' Bae. I call her that cause she whine. I'm in my mood, that's all the way. I should've been named prime time. But I'm a prince, so call me Shaw, and I'll be quite fine. Yeah. Tear it and I'm whipping. I whip it like a new slave, the rose is different. Whip a devil for fun, cause he looks suspicious. Can't take the heat, we'll get your pussy ass off my list. Remember the days of old, could have booked the vision. I got a penny in my pocket, so I can't afford to skip it. Can't afford to forget it. Affected by it, me and my niggas. Dear Lord, let me get them, okay. In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay.
You already know we preach the prophets of the Lord. It's only us and nobody else, man. We waiting on them chariots. Scoop up all my niggas. This is One West. You know who we are.
MK Milwaukee. You understand? Give it up for the prophets of the Lord. Turn this down a little bit. All right. See something. How we sounding? I can hear myself on here. Yo. I think it's gonna be a little echo behind us. It's gonna be a little echo. All right, no sweat. Let me see if I can remedy that though, real quick. Should be able to go all the way completely silent on it. Guess not. All right. We in the game anyway. So, is that a problem? All right, bet. If anybody that's watching live can hear a major echo, if you could, type that into the comments if you could, Baba Bashar. Actually, let me share the class real quick. Tonight we're going to talk about reincarnation and Christ's incarnations and the appearances that he made here on earth as well. I was sitting with my wife and then Officer Kanunya's rib as well. And then they started asking questions about Christ, how many times he got here. So I gave them a somewhat from my memory account of Christ's incarnations and then also reincarnation as well. Hold on one second. Hey, shalom. All right, so we'll go over that. Do we got if we have any questions online or anything like that, we'll figure out what's going on with that. Let me share this class real quick, and then hey, Lacum, y'all. I think you said we got a story we're gonna go over. Correct? Did you get the particulars on that story yet? All right. So if we don't have the adequate amount of information on that, then we're not even gonna worry about bringing that up today. Today will be a straight up teaching topic class. You see Beyonce, when your older cousins finally let you hang, good night. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. Sexy Red, she went to Dubai. You understand? Of course, a lot of our people, they think that they Muslims or whatever the case may be. Listen, man, you clean Sexy Red up and bring her into the truth. And listen, she'll be lined up trying to find out which brother she can get her hands on. Her application might not be good though, for like maybe 2-3 years, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, any questions that are online, I'll take them. If there's none, then we just gonna get straight into this joint. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about: reincarnation, and then the incarnation of Christ, and then the character of Christ and everything like that. And then I'm gonna also talk about, you know, things that might be a stumbling block to you in the truth, as far as how you know who's in the truth and who's not. Just a lot of different stuff like that. Hold on one second. Hello. Hello. All right, don't worry about that. All right, so let's get into it. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me make this call real quick, because this boy ain't gonna stop calling me. My son keep calling me, y'all, while I'm in the class. Hold on, give me a second. He ain't number 18 months, by the way. He made this call. He ain't gonna stop. Then he gonna send me the voicemail. This cat crazy, man. Hello? Man. Man, go get your mom. Go get your mama. I got a better one. Oh, well, that ain't happening. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all. Salaki. Hey, Shalom. Hey, do me a favor. Tell your mom to please take the phone from man, because he just keep on calling me, interrupting his class. All right, the water. All right, Shalom. All right, we back in the game. All right. So yeah, this is one of my favorite topics to teach. Of course, this is Isupk, One West under Commander General Yohana. And the Israelite School UPK, what we never do is teach something that we haven't been taught. So I'm gonna give you one of those bedrock Isupk One West 1969 breakdowns here in 2025. And then I want you to check the record, and I want you to go back and make sure that, you know, we've been telling the truth since 1969. And if we have, I want you to make sure you send your tithes into Commander General Yohana. And then also I want you to get in the class immediately, step out of that Christian church, and come join the prophets of God as we rebuild the nation and the army and the government of our King Christ, who sits in David's throne. David was a man, of course, in history and in antiquity that went to war against other tribes of Israel to make sure that we were unified. So now today is the time where we have to go to spiritual war with our brothers and sisters to make sure that we unify. And the Christians and the fake Israelite groups and your occultists or your atheists of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who don't understand the truth, we going to war against you, and we about to drop some bombs. So with that, first scripture, let me get John chapter 9 and verse 1. John chapter 9 and verse 1. So what we'll do is we'll go over reincarnation first. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 16 as well. Somebody else in the classroom. And then we'll just go over some things to let you know that reincarnation is absolutely in the Bible. All right. Any questions online? All right, the water. Big up to the brothers that got this strength in here. Y'all know I don't drink like that, so I'm gonna be sipping this. Sometimes it's customary to drink when you in the priesthood. You understand? So let's get it.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 1.
Oh, this cognac. Oh man. All right, let's get it. Yikes.
And as Isupk passed by, he saw a man which was
as Yahushua, which is Hebrew for Jesus Christ. As he passed by, he saw what?
A man which was blind from his birth.
Which was blind from his birth. Go ahead.
And the disciples asked him.
And whose disciples asked him? Go ahead.
Saying, Master, who did sin?
Who did sin? Now, Christ see a man that was born blind. From his birth, he hasn't seen anything. Now, listen, you take for granted the sight that you have today. And here is a man who couldn't see anything since he was born. Go ahead.
Who did sin?
Who did what?
Who did sin?
Who did sin? They want to know who sinned, right? Because back in those days, oh no, I don't need that. I don't need this one. Let's get this one. I'm sorry, y'all. Who did sin? Because back in the days, there was an understanding with Israelites about reincarnation, right? With that being said, he was able to. Let me get home. I want to get here with y'all. Me in John 9 and 1. All right. KJV. Salaki, y'all. I'm with the Apocrypha as well. Let's download this. I'm using I just opened up a new Bible app on my phone, Salaki, y'all. All right, so there's an understanding in Israel all the way back from the beginning of time about reincarnation and how a man comes back. You can go back to the law of a brother. I'm quite sure I'll pull that scripture in a minute. But there's an understanding in Israel that when a man dies, he can absolutely be reborn or reincarnated through his sons, through his seed. A man is reincarnated, which is why the law of the brother get me right if I'm saying the brother name, Onan, he was told to give seed unto his brother's wife who had passed. Once he passed, the brother's bloodline should have been able to continue to go further. And through his brother who shares the same father of him, there's the law of the brother where you are supposed to take that man's wife and then give seed unto her, which when that boy is born, that seed will be counted unto his brother who passed away. So we do understand that because that's a way for this man's seed to be carried on and to be born back into the earth it's absolute brotherhood to do that because you know that your brother will be coming back through the woman, through you and through that woman. Go ahead. So they want to know who did sin. Go ahead. Or did this man sin? Of course he couldn't have sinned in this life because he was born blind. So of course he didn't sin. He was born a baby blind. Babies do not sin. All right. Now, or since they understand that, did he sin in his past life? Maybe in his past life he's being judged on if he sinned in his past life and have to pay for that judgment here because that's how it works. Go ahead. Or excuse me, or his parents. His parents could have sinned as well. And then sometimes in such cases, the Lord may make you pay for what your parents have done. Like us, we were born into slavery. We were born crack babies. We were born heroin babies. We were born high on fentanyl, methamphetamine, because our parents decided to get into drug dealing. Our parents were put into slavery and born with absolutely no knowledge of who we were up until 1969 when the Israelite School UPK became a name or a staple in the Black Hispanic community. Now we were able to get who we were, but they had to pay for what their forefathers did. We picked cotton in America. Blacks and Hispanic Indian and Native Indians picked cotton in America. So don't let them convolute your history. We all had those shackles. We all had those chains. I got the history to prove it if you want to push me further. We all were here in this slavery, and we were brought into slavery in chains with ships because of what our forefathers did by not listening to our King Christ and allowing him to be crucified. So as a nation, we pay for what our forefathers did. So they wanted to know, who sinned? Was it his parents, or was it the people? Or was it him who sinned in his past life? Read on. That he was born blind. The only way a man could be born. So listen to the language that's being asked. They're asking, did the parents sin, which is why he was born blind, which means that he had to be reincarnated anyway, or did he sin? If he would have sinned, then he would have had to be reincarnated because babies are not born sinners because they know nothing. All they know is feed me, burp me, change me, nurse me, pacify me. They don't know English, they know or Hebrew or whatever language. They don't know right from wrong. So a baby cannot sin. A baby can be born into sin based off of his parents, which is why the question was even asked. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Yahweh answered, no, had this man sinned, nor but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him.
Okay, so in this case, this brother did not sin in his past life, and his parents did not sin that caused him to be born blind. But I want you to understand, they knew about reincarnation, which is why they asked if this man sinned in his past life. You understand? That's one scripture. Who got Ecclesiastes 3:16?
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse
16. Let me get there with you, please. Give me a second. Where's the table of contents? Here we go. Table of contents. Ecclesiastes. All right, you can go ahead and read 3:16, please.
God, Ecclesiastes chapter 3,
Verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun.
Under where?
Under the sun.
Not in hell.
Under the sun.
Not in another dimension.
Under the sun.
On earth as it is in heaven. Earth is under the sun. You look up to the sun, so you know you're under the sun. And moreover, I saw under the sun, which is on earth. Go ahead.
The place of judgment.
The place of judgment. How is it that you're judged on earth? Go ahead.
That wickedness was there.
Oh yeah, wickedness isn't in heaven. It ain't where they say you go up to Thug's paradise. If we going up to the Lord, there is no wickedness that dwells amongst the Most High. So under the sun, go ahead.
And the place of righteousness.
Where because also you have men who do right under the sun. Go ahead.
That iniquity was there.
That iniquity was there. Now listen, the place of judgment is under the sun. Under the sun is absolutely earth. The place of judgment is there. Go ahead.
Verse 17. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
Uh-huh.
For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
Yes. So here's what you have to understand. The way the Lord judges you, he's going to judge righteousness and wickedness. But the place of judgment, when you die, you go to the Lord judges you. Everybody understands that. All right. If you don't, then the next one I need is is that Psalms 114? Is that Psalms 114? Or no, Psalms 104:29. You understand? You gotta see how this happens. When you are unalive or you perish, right? Your soul is taken to the Most High. You are judged. You are judged by the Most High. And then your soul is sent back out here into another baby. And then you're born. And then your judgment is what you live out on the earth. The judgment is under the sun. Right? Remember we just read when they asked Jesus Christ or Yahushua in the Hebrew, if this man had sinned to where he was born blind. Well, he wasn't born a man. He was born a baby, which means in his past life, did he sin? In order to know if he sinned or not, this man would have had been taught what sin is, righteousness or wickedness. He would have known. And when he died, he would have came back and renewed the face of the earth with a new body, same spirit. How can I say that? Who has Psalms 104? Among Bar, read it, please.
Psalms chapter 104, verse 29. Thou hidest thy face.
That what?
Thou hidest thy face.
This is what he's saying to the Lord. You hid your face. Go ahead.
They are troubled.
They are troubled. You hid your face from the trouble. Who is they? Man. Mankind. And when we say mankind, mostly in the Bible, it's talking about Israelites. Go ahead.
Thou takest away their breath.
The Lord is the one who takes your breath from you. I don't give a damn if you think that you can go to a hospital and that a surgeon can keep you alive. That's not true. Now, he can absolutely make it to where the Lord can keep you alive. But if the Lord wants you dead, you're gone. The Lord takes away your breath. Only he does. Go ahead.
They die and return to their dust.
They did what now?
They die and return to their dust.
Yes, when the Lord takes your breath, it's obvious that if you stop breathing, you know the human body, the human anatomy, your lungs have to recycle oxygen and carbon dioxide and to send into the blood cycle that pumps your heart. But there's electricity that's pumping your heart. If the Lord takes that spark out of your heart, you're going to stop breathing. And when you stop breathing, you're going to die. And then when they put you in the ground, after time, you're going to turn into what we know as dust. Your body is going to do what? Decompose, turn into straight dust. You go dig up somebody from the 1600s. They might have a partial skeleton, but what's going to be underneath that skeleton is straight dust. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit.
The Lord said, He sendeth forth your spirit. Go ahead.
They are created.
Now, when He says He sendeth forth your spirit, He's commanding your spirit to stand before Him. Go ahead.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
Now, remember that judgment that we was talking about. He calls you before Him. And remember that judgment we were talking about in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 16. He judges you. And then He sends you back onto the earth under the sun. Because what does it say after that He sends for you?
They are created.
They are what?
Created.
Now, how are you created? Now, you remember, here's the cycle. At first, He took your breath from you. He judges you. And then you're created again. Yes, this is reincarnation. Go ahead.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
And now you're born new on the face of the earth. But if we go back to Ecclesiastes, that's under the sun. You don't go to Thug's Paradise. You don't live in a mansion with Tupac and Biggie and everybody else that was sinning and died. You think that a sinner is going up to kick it with the Most High? No. He's judged. He's created again, which means in order for you to be created, what has to happen? Sex. Sex happens between a man and a woman, and then life comes through what's carried in a man's testicles or his scrotum sac. The man carries the life. First of all, there is no life in a woman until a man plants it there. So that child belongs to the man. Here's another one for you. If every man in your nation was eradicated, and I mean every single one, then your race is done for. Your race is done for. Your women are for the taking, and whatever race puts his seed into that woman, then that's whose race comes from her from then on. I don't give a damn what she was. Israelite, Chinese, white, Arab, Japanese, African, from Uganda, from Ethiopia. I don't give a damn where you're from. If a man puts his seed in that woman, that soil, that seed is what comes up. Go ahead. Is that it on that? All right. Go ahead.
When the Lord told this, I guess the servant that he would put enmity between his seed and thy seed. Well, basically, her seed and thy seed. If I could, can you break that down for me? That way I can be able to get like clean cuts of scriptures that we talking about.
Absolutely. Go to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. Genesis chapter 25, verse 25 is the precept to this. This is the enmity between them. Also, 2 Ezra 6 and 9. It's also a precept. All right. When you get it, let's read it.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment.
Well, first, let's go up to 23. Let's read verse 23.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Who?
2 nations are in thy womb.
Yes, this is her seed and thy seed. 2 nations are in thy womb. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
They're going to be separate. 2 manner of people. This means 2 different nations are going to be separated from thy bowels. If you go up, let's go up further. When it was talking about how she was having an issue because she can feel that these babies were fighting in her room. Let's go to that part before we even get to this. This is the enmity in her belly. Go ahead.
And the children struggled together within.
Man, these children were fighting. And listen, imagine a woman. I've seen my wives pregnant. with the children. None of them had twins. But I seen when these children are big enough to move and cause damage on a backbone and on a pelvis bone, you understand? I've seen them kicking. I've seen the baby kick out of her. You understand? Of course, I'm using a figure of speech, but I can see when the baby reaches out and stretches or moves, an elbow, a knee. Anybody ever seen that before? Now imagine two babies in two different sacks, or maybe even in the same sack, fighting against each other. And really, these would have been in the same sack, fighting against each other, and she can feel it. Brother, that's different. That's a different thing. And for you sisters out here who carrying twins, hell, you sisters out here carrying one baby. Imagine Shaq's baby inside of a little woman. Shaq's baby trying to get out. Damn near break the skin. Look like leather when it breaks in a car. Damn near the stretch marks. The stretch marks on this woman must be insane. Imagine Shaq's baby trying to get out the bed, stretching in a woman. Man, imagine a baby fighting with his sibling inside of a woman. They struggling and they trying to get room in the belly, and it's making her discomfort, bringing her pain. And it's so much pain that this sister went and inquired to a prophet, to a priest, a man of God, about what's going on with her. And an angel of the Lord told her, let's read on, because this is the prophecy. This is about the prophecy about what the brother was asking about in Genesis, right? This is the culmination. This is where it's happening, that over time, now you see this prophecy coming to pass. Read.
And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
If it be so, right? What is she saying? If it be so. If this is, go ahead. You got it. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, because she was barren prior to, so now she's kind of making the question, like, well, now I'm pregnant. If this is so, why is it like this?
Yes, but that's so. You're right. You absolutely on it. But see, that so is like, I was barren. You understand? The Lord blessed me with these babies. It's supposed to be so what? Go ahead. It's supposed to be so smooth. If this is something from the Lord, if it's supposed to be so holy, why am I going through this? It's supposed to be a blessing. If it's supposed to be such a blessing, why am I feeling these babies struggle? What's happening? Go ahead.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
And how do you inquire of the Lord? You go to a man of God. If you have dreams that you don't understand, how do you understand those dreams? You go to a priest or a prophet, or priest and prophet of God. A man who in times past was called a seer. You go to him. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. These twins are not going to be born. You understand? Hell, before this, she probably didn't even know she had twins. She probably thought that this baby was going through some craziness in her stomach. Now the prophet is telling her, you're having twins. 2 babies are born in your womb, are struggling. 2 nations are, maybe 2. When she hears 2, first of all, she's probably like, damn, it's 2 people in me. You understand? 2 nations are in her womb. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from my body.
And listen, how can 2 walk together unless they agree? These 2 nations in her bowels are not the same type of people, even though they are the product of 1 man and 1 woman. But these are not family. These are 2 different type of people, 2 nations that are in your womb. They're struggling in the womb. That should let you know when these babies, listen, here's how you know it's a prophecy that was based off of a prophecy that was in Genesis. How do these babies in the womb know to fight? How is there enmity between them in the womb? Huh? How is that? I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is a prophecy. This is that thing being fulfilled And here's how you know, because it says that one shall bruise the heel, right? Here's what you about to read. Read.
And the one people shall be sharper than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And the what?
The elder shall serve the younger.
Amen. Esau in that womb knew that he was fighting for something that wasn't for him. Go ahead.
Verse 24.
And 1 second, I'm sorry. Jacob knew. Jacob knew. Imagine being, you know how, I'm sorry for cutting you off on the scripture, but imagine if you're absolutely famished and hungry and everybody trying to make it into one narrow door so that they can get a blessing to eat. Man, these cats is fighting on who's going to get pushed out of the womb first. They're not trying to see who's going to get out of the womb first. They don't want to be first. One of them is trying to be last. But they don't know that. They don't know they're babies. They're trying to get out first. So they don't know the prophecy. They don't have a clue. But the parent does. This woman knows. She knows that whichever one is born first, he is the servant. Go ahead.
Just a question, just a thought about it. Normally, from my understanding, when a woman gets a prophecy or something, she would take it to her husband. So my question is, why didn't she take this prophecy about this to her husband, to where at the end Jacob basically make himself seem like Esau to get what rightfully belongs to him?
Well, who said she did it? I mean, I couldn't tell you if she did or she didn't, but this is absolutely a woman of God. I don't see why she wouldn't have. But Isaac in his old age, man, he liked who could give him that good plate of food. You understand? Just imagine the feast that Esau was able to deliver to this cat. You understand? Your favorite son gonna be the one that pleases you the most outstanding, the one that has the most skills. Not that one that, I mean, hell, it was the same with Joseph. His brothers were way better than him, but Joseph was the one who was chosen to be his father's favorite. But that wasn't the Lord's doing. What Isaac wanted doesn't trump what the Lord wanted. You understand? He was absolutely ready to give the blessing and to the firstborn, because that's also our tradition. So it was taboo what she probably would have said to him. Hey, why don't you, I talked to the man of the Lord. He told me, and right now I'm just romanticizing about the scriptures. Hey, I talked to the, matter of fact, I'm not going to even romanticize about the scriptures. Who to say she didn't, who to say she did. Nevertheless, whatever she said or didn't say didn't negate what the Lord wanted done. The Lord said that the oldest shall serve the youngest, which means the youngest needs the birthright. The youngest needs the blessing, because he wouldn't be a servant if he has the blessing and the birthright. Remember, Abraham was a king. Isaac was a prince. You understand? So they're fighting for they're fighting for that thing that makes them dominant when their father leaves. It makes them the king, or the head of the family. All right, but let's keep reading.
Verse 24. When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Behold, because the angel told her. Now, mind you, back in the day, they didn't have, what didn't they have? Go ahead.
Sonograms.
They didn't have sonograms. They didn't have ultrasounds. They didn't have, hell, they couldn't listen to the heartbeats, the different heartbeats, pick up on the different babies that was in there. So when the prophet tells her that you got 2 babies in your womb, they're like, okay, that's what the prophet said. You understand? And then when the babies are born, behold. Now you've seen this on television. There's one baby that's born, like especially back, hell, in today's time. That back in modern times, but before, let's talk about the 30s, the 40s. You know what I'm saying? There's really no way of telling that you got twins. Somebody might tell you got twins. Man, you might have twins. But usually it was a surprise, right? So one baby is born. They're like, oh, my baby. They hold the baby close. But then the woman goes to pain again. She's like, oh, wait. I don't know what's happening. Oh, there's another one. Boom. And behold means, oh, and look. There's another one. Behold, there's twins. I just want to make the scriptures come to life, give you some practicality about what we're reading. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
The first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And this has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with being red all over. They said he was red when he was born, and he was hairy all over. And listen, I'm not talking about a little bit of hair. So don't think if you're an Israelite and you got some hair on your chest, you got it on your legs, you got it on your thighs, your arms, all that. Listen, that's fine. You're a man. Men have hair. But Esau had so much hair on him, it was like thick, like a goat. You understand? Thick like the goat's hair, not like yours. Thick like the goat's hair. That's the white man. That's your oppressor's hair. Listen, if they didn't have shaving cream and Gillette, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't be able to tell them the difference between them and an animal. I have pictures somewhere. If Lakum Ya'ala would be so kind as to look on that screen and see if he can find those pictures that I had. I might have put them on there. I might have not. But it shows white people when they don't use Gillette, what they used to look like when they was in the mountains. Let me see if I can find that. It's insane. I don't know why I didn't get this ready when as soon as he asked for the scripture, I should have went on and got it. Let me see. Bear with me. Y'all know I'm a historian, so I like to get the history of things. Let me see. Oh, yeah, with it. Yeah. This is gonna blow y'all mind when y'all see this. How back in Europe, when we ran Europe, how we depicted white people, white women and men. Let me see. Take this. All right. Let me see. And this one. And this is on a tapestry. Right here, you can see Esau with all his hair on his body. There we go. Boom. Right there. Where's the ones on the with all his hair on his goddamn body? Nasty. Just nasty. All right. Look, come y'all. Who I send it to you? Let me send this to you. And I'm quite sure I got a few more on what they used to look like. Remember, Esau and them, they're the real Neanderthal, man. They used to crawl on all fours. You know what I mean? You think I'm bull? You think I'm bulling? I'm going to send them another one. Oh, they used to crawl on all fours. It was bad. It's a rough one, Akil. And listen, this isn't even, so, they just painted that. Let me show you a coin. of them. It was a mint coin. Stop playing, man. Let's have the Barbie on this. Let me see. Right here. This is the one right here. This is the one. And this is a famous one too. The last one I sent you out is a famous one where when we was in the Byzantine and Germany and all of that, and we was ruling those castles, you can see the black people with the crowns in the windows, and then you can see the black archers, and you can see how what we're wearing and all of that. And then you'll see the Edomites, and you'll see their bare feet, they're barefoot. They got sticks in their hand, they fighting against us with sticks in their hands. And then what looks like their clothes, that's not their clothes. That's hair. That's the hair that they got all over their body. This is how they was depicted by us when they was coming out of the mountains, man, making war on us from them Slavic regions and everything like that. When you got it, man, go ahead, push that up there, man. The world needs to see this history. This ain't something that the Isupk be making up, trying to figure out if Esau is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is absolutely true. This is absolutely true. We're not stupid. We're not whacked out of our minds. We're not dumb. We're not miseducated. We're very educated. This education that we have in the Israelite School EPK is above any education that you can get out there in the world. This is even higher than Yale and Princeton and Harvard and Oxford. And man, listen, because what they do is they hide and suppress it. Their education is a secret education. I'm not saying that the white elites don't know, but the average white Joe probably wouldn't even care. He worried about football too much. And then they definitely not going to give this to black people who aren't historians, who don't know. And it's not your fault that you don't know. It's the devil's fault. He's been lying to you. Devil means liar or deceiver. He's been lying to us ever since he told us that the Israelites were white, that God was white, and that our King, Jesus Christ, as you know him, Yahweh Shai in Hebrew, was a white man. When he started depicting that, you understand, he would hide these type of paintings and these histories that literally clearly show black men and then white men as well. So I sent all of those. You're working on it, how it's coming along back there, Priest. We're going to continue with the scriptures until you get it. All right, no sweat. Read it, please.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
Oh yeah. Now first Esau was born, which disqualifies him as being the king. He's already disqualified. Now, if I was a black man and I saw my son born like this, he was first born, he's hairy all over. He's born with no melanin, just red, just the sun will beat down on him. The blood shows. You can't see none of the melanin. See, the thing is, here's how you know what red means. You can't see the blood in my skin. You can't see that. There's a layer of melanin that's protecting the blood in my skin. But with Snow White, she doesn't have any melanin. So her skin shows forth as a blush would. Now you got lighter brown skinned brothers like some Puerto Rican cats, some Native American Indian cats, and even some so-called Latino cats. But man, when I tell you white, red, white, this is Esau. So he had to have hair. Doesn't it make sense genetically? If you don't have melanin, what would protect your blood from the sun? What would it be? Who knows? Anybody? Go ahead, Priest. Hair. That's nature's way of protecting you from the sun as much as it can. People ask themselves, well, if Esau, like, look at white people today, they can't even stand the sun. if they stop using Gillette and they look like their actual selves, they wouldn't need no sunscreen. Their block would be all the hair that's on their body to protect them from where the sun can beat down on their bodies at. It's just a fact. It's a fact. And not only would it block the sun, the oils and the skin and the sweat combined would build a layer of protection towards their skin also from the sun rays. It's the same effect that birds' feathers have as well. So, I mean, since y'all know so much science out there in the world, I mean, you read the Bible and you still don't see the science in the Bible, you're an idiot because you don't apply science because you're too busy looking at the Bible like it's a religious book. When you read it, you lack. Like, it's damn near like, look, come y'all. When black people read the Bible, they go into a mystical state of mind, like an enchanted state of mind. They don't read the Bible with practicality and applying the laws of physics and the laws of just, I mean, reality. I mean, come on, man. Reality, you know what happens in nature, you know. So, I mean, they just regard, they just throw all that out the window and then they forget about it. Go ahead, priest, please.
And his name was called Jacob.
And Jacob was born second. His name was Jacob. took your woman. They took everything from you. Now give me some more. Give me some more, please. Oh man, check it again. Please check again. I got a tapestry on there. I sent it to you. There's another tapestry on there where you can see the Black Kings and the Queen and the archers, and then you see who they fight. They fight Esau. It's amazing. You got it? Let's let the world see it. Let's let the world see it. It's absolutely important, ZQ, that the world sees what's happening here. So that we can lift the wool from their eyes, because obviously that somebody is not teaching these people right. This is not the education that you get in the Christian church. Instead, you're going to get a good song, ain't you, Munga Ball? You get a good song in there. A nice homosexual gay man up there who rubs on your kids whenever chance he get, singing you a nice song, pimping you up out of your money, telling you that God loves everybody. Well, if God loved you, why is he letting people lie to you and take your history from you? Why don't you have a solid history? If they loved you, if the pastors loved you, why don't they fight against the white man who's teaching us these lies? I don't understand this, EQ. It just don't make no sense to me, man. Not the what? I'm gonna show y'all these same cats. Hold on, wait. I want to make sure I got it. German families with names of Negro origin. German families now. I'm not going to go to the Spanish and the Italian and the Polish. None of that. I'm going to show you the Negroes in coats of arms in Germany. You understand? Watch this. See if you can see it on the camera. I'm going to push it close as I can. No, I got it. It's good. Can y'all see that? What they holding in their hand? Arrows. They got headbands on, bows and arrows. That's in Germany. Look, I'm not making it up. The bottom passage says this is German coats of arms.
German families with names of Negro origin.
Say it again. Say it loud.
German families with names of Negro origin.
Don't let nobody put the wool over your face, man. Give the manager in your Hunter hand. Go ahead. You may.
What's so heavy about what you're bringing out is whenever you taught history in the school system.
Shalom. You should bring it through your house. Whenever
you taught history in the school system, what they'll tell you is that your history started at slavery when we're actually looking at real history before those monsters got to Germany. We're looking at us in Germany.
Absolutely. This was that a tapestry that I just shown where it shows the white man who's hairy coming to try to fight and take the castles of the Germans in the 1400s. It shows you that they was black people. That's in a rug. That's in a rug. You understand? That's woven. It takes time and money to get all of those colors. I don't think y'all understand how valuable tapestry was back in the days. How expensive it was just to produce a purple yard of yarn that you can use, the linen that you use in the tapestry. You know what you had to do? You had to dive in the ocean and grab a certain type of clam or shell or whatever, and then you had to bust that open and take the purple out of it and extract that. It was a whole different process just to get purple linen, to get scarlet linen, to get gold linen, to get blue linen. That wasn't what peasants do. That's what kings did because they had money. That tapestry right now is probably worth $100 million. Somebody find that in one of these. I'll find it one of these days and tell you how much that tapestry costs today. They probably got it on display in a museum. Nobody will ever get their hands on it, and you niggas will definitely never see it. They don't want you to see your history, but they do want you to see the baddies. You see baddies on. They want you to see Temptation Island. They want you to see Bad Girls Club. You see all of that, but they don't want you to see the real history. Put that one more time, priest, before we go before we move on further on. And I'm gonna have a Mungabar read the scripture once again. I want you to see that these crazy niggas that stand up on the corner and teach. With my slaves in the kingdom of heaven, the whites will not be able to shave. They will never know what shaving looks like. And we're going to wash them like we wash dogs. We're going to take shampoo for dogs and horse shampoo, and we're going to put it on them. And we're going to take brushes that are like 4 feet long, and we're going to just bathe them Gonna bathe them. We'll have them bathe each other. How about that? Because I ain't getting close to them dogs. They're gonna be good for stepping on glass, and they're gonna be good for fighting for shoes. They're gonna be good for picking cotton and mining all the gold that I send you in your crown. You understand? I'm gonna make Nitnick a gold garment. It's gonna be made after what they mine. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be picking cotton all day for the linen. I'm gonna have them diving in the ocean for all them good colors and dyes and all that. I'm gonna make my nephew a nice garment because I see his mama always working hard with her hands to make this brother a garment. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, I'm gonna just give him a garment that white people have made, and they're never gonna shave. They're gonna look like exactly what they used to look like in antiquity. You understand? Back when we were ruling, they didn't look like us. They ain't gonna have no nail clippers. No, I'm gonna let you see their claws. Let you see the beast for what they really are. Go ahead, priest.
I have the value of a 1400s German tapestry today.
Go ahead.
Depends on several factors, including its condition, size, subject matter, and provenance. Let me jump into it. One that says that one was sold for 1,202,500 pounds, which in U.S. dollars is $1,601,134.44.
That's just one. That's the ones that they ain't, that they let you get. The ones that they put in the museums are, they not let nobody buy that. You understand? Go ahead, priest.
That's what I'm telling you. You got these rich elite families that's trillionaires, boy.
Man, you'll never get to go in their house. They have underground bunkers for miles that look better than an erected house over the ground. They be having mansions over the ground. You thought with so much splendor, like, damn, it's a big place. That's great. Man, underneath it, they got layers underground that look better, hiding more stuff, whole communities, different. They got some of your kids that you'll never find them again under there having sex with them. I'll never find them again until Christ come back. We're going to lift up them rocks. We're going to go save our people out here. You understand? That's what they need. But first, you know what has to happen? You got to reveal the man of sin for who he is. He's hiding. He's hiding in your culture. The same way Adam hid and made himself fig leaves and hid in other cultures with his wife Eve. He's hiding, but the Lord sees him. We're going to find him. When we find them, we're going to give them exactly what they are paying for today. They're paying for the slavery we about to put them in. They paying for it, but they hard-earned greenback, bluebacks, great, I don't give a damn, whatever the type of money that they got. The minute they be giving you monopoly money, telling you that this is real money. At the end of the day, they going to get what they got. So I hope that answers your question, priest. Does it answer your question? Hold on 1 second before we get to that question online. If you fast forward, I think to verse 33 or somewhere, 31, you'll see where Jacob ended up dressing like Esau to get the birthright. Here's what I use to cut everybody on whether it was talking about his skin was all over, like hair all over. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second. All right. You understand? This is what we use for that. We use this for that. So go ahead, please. And I think it's, hold on, let me just make sure I find that before we even move further. It's Genesis 31. Nope, Genesis 30. Jacob, children, blah, 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 blah. No, so it's probably 28 somewhere. No, 27. 27. If you go to 27 and then you drop down to verse 16. Nah, I gotta go further down. Oh, let me see. Is it 16? Let me see. Yep, that's it. 16. So lock you. 16 will tell you that she had Jacob put goat skin upon his hands and the smooths of his neck, which means that's where Isaac was gonna touch him. You understand? Isaac would have touched his hand, saluted him. You know what I'm saying? He get to feel that's the knuckle of Esau. That's my son Esau. And then when he embraces him, he's gonna, you understand? He's gonna be able to feel the hair on his neck. Oh, that's my son Esau. Oh, okay, Esau. You understand? And it's the head, it's the skins of the kids of the goats, right? Which means it's not super duper thick yet. They ain't super grown yet. You ever seen a kid goat? They still got the little nice little wavy little hair though, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? It's thick as hell. Thick as all get out. She had to do that to put the skin around Jacob's neck, man. In the smooth of his hands. You understand? This is the smooth of a man's hands. Here. That's what Esau, that's crazy, Hakim. Just think about that. So when they say, this is your cut for when they be like, well, see, it said he was red all over like a hairy garment. See, it wasn't really a hairy garment. It was just an analogy, like hair grows all over your body. Like that was the redness. No, it's not what it was saying. How do you cut it? You just go, 2 verses apart from 25. Go to 27, drop down to 16, and it'll show you that this cat was a hairy beast, my man. This is him. It's Esau for you. We're gonna outlaw in my region wherever the hell Christ has mercy. First of all, I pray Christ has mercy on me. You understand? I pray he says the Barmouth has served me well enough to at least spare him from death. You understand? Or even if I taste death in this life, hopefully I'll wake up shortly after. Maybe 30, 40 years after. Don't be reincarnated in here. Just let me sleep. And then one day my soul is just lifted up. I'll come up out of the grave, Salaki. I come up out of the grave, and then I get on the chariot first, and then I meet my sons on the chariot after. I pray that happens. I pray the Lord. I pray I do enough. Even though, you know what I mean, I've lived sin and all of that before. And we're teaching our generations now to be men of God. And I know, Nick, it's hard to fight, man, when you go to school and you see all these dumbass little kids out here misguided because their parents are stupid. Don't know which way to send them. So because everybody's doing it, it seems like the cool thing to do, to be dumb and stupid. Dress like them, look like them, act like them, want to be around them, and you'll do whatever. You'll talk crazy to your mama and your father just to go be around a bunch of little bitches and idiots, a bunch of cowards. You'll do that. You'll forsake your parents to go be around them dummies. When you 25, you won't even know them. When you 30, you won't even know them. You won't care about them. You'll be somewhere making good money, hopefully, and serving the Lord. That's what I pray you do. Or you could be stupid. Go get on crack and meth. Go be a weed head all your life. When I see you in the streets, I'm never going to acknowledge you. I don't know this cat. Never knew him in my life. Who is this? Nick? Don't know him. Who is this? The Baryala? Don't know him. Who is this? Ashaparium, who left the truth. He was a trooper at 15. Left the truth to go be a smoker. I don't know this cat. You understand? I don't know them. If you want to be around us, men of war, we'll have to just be a young man of war. That's it. Now, you're looking at people who trying to teach you the Bible don't know the Bible. Like I was sitting talking to my sister and my wife the other day. They wanted to know about Christ's incarnations and his reincarnation. So that's what we were talking about before we were so eloquently interrupted by this wonderful question from Lakam Yala. I'm gonna get back into that, but I know he got a question online. Any questions in the room before we get back to that topic?
question.
Go ahead.
I have a question in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 14. I just want to general.
Leviticus 23, 13. Oh, okay. All right. Parched corn. You want to Google it first? Parched corn is like popcorn, hard corns, hard kernels, popcorn. Nothing new under the sun. Y'all thought nobody had the bright idea to make popcorn back in the day? You ever been parched? It's dry corn. He said, aha. And then they said, aha. Go ahead.
So, parched corn says a nutritious ancient food made by dry roasting corn kernels.
Okay, so if you roast the corn kernel, what'll happen? It'll do what? Go ahead, sis. It'll pop. Popcorn. Go ahead, priest. That was it?
Right here it says, okay, you shall eat neither bread nor parched corn.
Oh, no, I thought we was done with the...
Yeah, but I just want to know what you're talking about since to the stuff saying, yeah, brought your offering to your God. So is that talking about like I just want to general record?
This is about the first fruits. We're in the first fruits, right? Let me see. Is this the first fruits? Among the bar, get me right. It's about the feast of the first fruits, right? Okay. So you can't have no popcorn. So that until you brought your not that you can't eat neither bread nor parched corn. Okay, your first fruits. Don't touch nothing until the Lord gets his. Give your offerings first. You understand? Don't be, just okay. Let's take ourselves back in the time. Leviticus chapter 23, right? Where are we right now in Leviticus? Where are we? Okay, but literally, where are we? Go ahead. We get out of the time machine. Where are we among the bar? We step in time machine and we're going into the wilderness. What's the first thing we're gonna see when we step out? Among the bar. I'm sorry, ZQ.
First thing we step out, we see is wilderness. I guess you know what I'm saying, like desert or something like that. Like, a lot of just emptiness. I don't know, like it's like.
Okay. Let's turn this into a movie. This is Leviticus 23. And this is what they're saying to the people that Moses said, that the Lord said to tell to the people. Who's telling them? Moses? No. The Levitical priesthood is telling them this. The Levites the Levite priests are standing up, teaching the people what Moses said God said to do. So imagine millions of people hearing the voices of the men who are at a spot where it's amplified, probably at the foot of the mountain or somewhere that has a theatrical effect that's a natural amphitheater. And their voices are carrying loudly. You understand? Perhaps we would, have enough ingenuity to be able to speak into what looks like a bullhorn. I don't know. Just making this into a movie for you, right? And then we step off this time machine and we hop out. Now we all dressed like this. Now, if we're not doing the Ghost of Christmas Past, we're in the time machine. So we hop out the damn time machine. Everybody gonna look at us like, these angels of the Lord, what's happening? You know, they're gonna see you dressed like this. They're gonna say, this is obviously I've never seen glasses on a man's face before. What is that? So they're going to try to make sense of it. And I saw glasses on their eyes with wooden frames, the color of onyx, obsidian. You understand? And one had the gold on his arms and the black on his chest, with the black on it. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. They're gonna be looking at us like we ain't never ever. You know what I'm saying? But they'll probably be able to tell that we they people. But what we're gonna see is we're gonna see them telling the people what to do, what not to do, and then you'll see that we was leaving up. We getting ready to get up out of the wilderness and go find the land that's our own. I want to look out there and make sure there ain't nobody car in here. It's wild. Now, we're gonna be farmers. We're about to go into a land where it's plentiful, and we can farm. We can do this. We can do that. And the Lord knows some people are just damn greedy. For the feast of first fruits, before you touch anything, this is the spirit of your tithe too. Whenever you get your paycheck, automatically, before you start thinking about what you about to spend, you know what you got to spend. But before you start thinking about what's about to happen with that, automatically take your 10% and already have that out the way. You understand? Ready to send to the school. It's not even a part of the money that you're about to pay your bills with. 10% have already been moved to the side. Don't touch it. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you can do that, if you got to skip this paycheck from paying your tithe, just know the next time you pay your tithe, you have to pay the whole portion plus the half that you missed the last paycheck. Everybody understands that? All right. This is the same damn sense. But that parched corn is popcorn. Don't even take none of the kernels and dry them out and eat popcorn. Don't even do that. It's just the spirit behind what you got to tell a nigga, because a nigga will find a loophole. Niggas find a loophole how to get unclean right before the sundown, before you are clean to do the work of the Lord. You're going to find you a loophole around the law. That's fine. As long as you don't transgress the law, we good to go. All right. Anything else on this scripture? Okay, no sweat. All right. Now, anything? What's that question online we got? Look, y'all.
Someone asked if you're reincarnated, how are new people? It's like how are new people or new spirits brought back? In the day, there was a couple 100,000 of people. Now there are billions. How does that work?
Well, you think that there's new people. You think that there's new spirits, but they're not. Ain't no new spirits. They're all being recycled. Who told? See, the white men to tell you there was only 200,000 Israelites when they left Egypt. That's not true. It's not true. The Lord said that he told Abraham, and your seed will be like the what of the what? Who knows? Go ahead, among a bar. The sands of the sea. Why would the Lord even say that if those souls weren't even ready to be made? I mean, weren't even already made, ready to go into people? He wouldn't even say that. You understand? These souls are already being reserved. Remember, man, the Adamites, first it started with Adam and Eve and the people that was among their tribe. Then you begin to multiply. What were they called? Who knows? Okay, nobody knows. Go ahead. Yes. Yeah, they were called the Adamites today, to what we call them Adamites. But in that time, they were called something. You can find the name of what they were called in Genesis chapter 6. This is why y'all got to study. I can't do all the studying for you. I do it enough. But in chapter 6 of Genesis, it tells you what they were called. Let me sip some of this good rum. That big up to ZQ. Give him a hand, y'all. Ain't nobody else bring no damn drink in here. Give him a hand. This is some good rum. I'm gonna partake. I'm gonna partake. Y'all can take this. Y'all can take this back. This Lord, no, I don't deal with no cognac. Man, y'all can take this back. Salaki. And it's what is this? What's this cognac called? Man, if it ain't Hennessy or Remy, I ain't even finna take a chance on it. You know what I mean? Sometimes Cavassier might get it. You know what I mean? But other than that, sister had some Cavassier the other day. It was great. That's top notch. You know what I'm saying? Stuff right there. Yes, sir.
Adamites back then was called the sons of God.
Give them a hand. Show the scripture. Now I know you got the scripture for it. Read it.
Book of Genesis, chapter 6. Verse 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fit, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
You let a Christian tell you the sons of God in this sense right here are angels, and they're not. Angels do not have sex with women at all. They're not weak like you. They do exactly what the Lord tells them to do. Then they're infallible. You understand? You're not. You're stupid. You'll follow your penis. Then you'll forget that you wasn't supposed to put your Venus in that Venus, but you did it anyway. And you just having sex with regular old men, men's daughters. You understand? Just regular men. That's why I said the daughters of men, just regular men. You know those men that was born, that was created on the 6th day, just regular mankind. And then Adam was on the 7th day, and Lord gave him the breath of life. And then from here on out, Adam was known as a son of the power. You understand? And his sons were called the sons of the power. What does Israel even mean? Anybody knows? Yasha Allah. What does that translate to? Anybody know? Go ahead. And the prince is a what? A daughter? It's a prince, a daughter. It's a daughter. It's a what? Or a man. Yes, for sure. But I want you to stay on topic. It's a what among the bar? Son. It's a son. It's a son of God. The scriptures say any man is doing the will of the Lord is also, I'm paraphrasing, is known as a son of God. The angels are doing the will of the Lord. They're sons of God. Israelites are doing the will of the Lord. They are the sons of God. That's the whole point. So those souls are obviously can be reincarnated. Who you think they reincarnated as? Well, they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden at first, didn't they? They got kicked. You remember that? Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. You know, the Fertile Crescent, the land of Canaan. They got kicked out of it. They had to go wander in the wilderness, out in Saudi Arabian deserts and in Midianite deserts and up in, Mesopotamia and all that. But they got kicked out of the land of Canaan. They got kicked out. They had to go out far, Asia Minor, low Africa, or high Syria and all that. They wasn't they wasn't able to settle in that anymore. They weren't able to have that until, when did they get it back? Who knows? They got it back at some point. Remember, we just went over the enmity between thy seed and his seed. Go ahead.
Would it be when Joshua led them into the land of Canaan?
That's the point. So then Joshua was reincarnated from somewhere. Maybe he was a son of the power back in Adam's time. Maybe he was. I mean, the Israelites, the Adamites back in them days got kicked out of Canaan. Go ahead.
That's right. So when you say that, what was it like after the flood that he got kind of like back?
Yeah.
Well, he was still kind of kicked out even after the flood.
After the flood, a man named Noah had 3 sons who repopulated the earth. The Lord chose Shem to put his people back in. You understand? So then Shem had sons who had sons who had sons who had sons who had sons. Then boom, here's Abraham. Christ comes on the scene and says, I like this nigga. What's going on? Sat with him, supped with him, gave him the game. And then Abraham, being a king, how do you know he was a king? Because he made war against them other kings and took everything they had. Who outranks him now? He is a king. He gave 1/10 of everything he got from them kings and gave it to Christ then. And then he had a son. His son was named Isaac. First of all, he made a covenant with the Lord. You understand? And his sons, you understand, had the same thing, same God. And then Jacob, same God. And then Jacob had 12 sons who became a nation of Israel. Why do you think his name was changed to the Son of God? So that his sons would be sons of God. And now, after they go into captivity for 400 years, they're going to earn Canaan back. They're going to earn the Garden of Eden back. And they earned it back, and they took it back with great war. Yeah, great travail, but they took it back. And then they got the Garden of Eden back. Then they got kicked out again. We don't learn, do we? We don't ever learn. You think the white man don't know where the hell the Garden of Eden is? He make it the mystery that, the Garden of Eden had to be some mystical stuff. No, they know where the Garden of Eden is at. That's why they're fighting for it right now. It's the most valuable place on the planet. Go ahead, priest.
It's like, it's valuable now, just like the name alone, just because of the significance of the name. But, I've never been on that, but I would think that place is like, it's like uninhabitable. White man never happened anyway, but
because you're in America, you have never been over there, or you haven't studied what it looks like over there. Ask Captain Cesario what it looks over there. I'm quite sure it's pretty green, pretty plush, plenty trees, everything. But because they show you something, they give you an idea of what it may look like today, you think it's a barren desert, nothing but rocks and all. No, that's just what they show you in movies. Remember, man, movies is a powerful tool, Lockie. You think they over there fighting over dirt and dust? Hell no. It's fertile over there, brother. There's many minerals in the land that you can use and mine to build weapons and stronger metals and all that. Oil all underneath the ground and the earth. You understand? Almond trees, everything. Great. Where do you think we get the resin of this frankincense and myrrh from? It sure don't come from America. You know what I mean? So that comes from over there in our land. It wasn't because the name of the land, because when we had it, it was called the Garden of Eden. Then we got kicked out of it. Then it was called the land of Canaan. So it ain't because of the people that's in it. It's because that land is just what it is. It just is what it is. Go ahead.
If you could help me out, let me know if I'm thinking wrong. You know what I'm saying? And even in the question. So my mindset right now is when Adam and Eve was kicked out of the garden, the Lord sent angels in like around the garden, so basically to block it off, so they wouldn't know as far as I know. My question is why didn't the Lord put angels there to stop our oppressors from getting it?
Because your oppressors ain't you. But people that ended up settling into that land, the Lord blocked it on a spiritual level. You remember when David numbered the children of Israel, and that angel in the spiritual realm was putting plagues on Israel and killing people and all that? We didn't literally see it. You understand? But it was happening in another dimension where the angel was doing things to us. You understand? It's the same concept, Aki. Same concept. It was just something blocking us from getting back to that land. Like it's something blocking us now from doing a lot of things that we wish we could do. Something's just blocking us from doing it. It's spiritual, Aki, and it's not. You know what I mean? There's angels that stop us from doing stuff every day. You just don't see it. You understand? Go ahead.
It's like you said, what you said was everything. That got me. I wanted to ask another question. So, like you just said, there's angels that's stopping us and blocking us. But that's because like tests. Like this is something that you gotta overcome, or you gotta do something like do something right, or just how can I say it?
Serve the Lord, right. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's how you get the Lord to ease up off of you. Do what the hell He said to do. It's just that simple. It's happening even though we're in the truth, Satan ain't stopped with us. He's putting poverty on all of us. I looked at my light bill today and I said, yikes. It's crazy. I got to pay this light bill. Then we got to pay the school light bill. This all that. Listen, we got work to do, man. We got to grow the hell up here. We got to do what's necessary. If we don't, all of this it's going to be gone somewhere. And we might come back 3 years from now. This might be a tiny strip club where they smoking hookah in there. That what you want? We teaching out of a library again? Is that what you want? No, we won't let it happen. We cannot let it happen. So big up to the men who pay that rent. Blood, sweat, and tears. You missing your woman. You doing all this. You missing your kids. But you got to get out here and get it so that other men can get it. It's all right. But my point is this. All right. The things that are stopping us, EQ, are just us. We gotta come back to the truth and do our thing. Even though Satan is still on our bumper, the Lord is with us. You can tell. Let me grow you up real quick. In Revelation, it'll tell you about all the vials that the angels are opening up and pouring out on the world right now. In the spiritual realm, it's happening. But what you're seeing is wars and rumors of wars. You understand? You're seeing the riders of these horsemen, these horses, these horsemen that are let loose in the spiritual world. They're let loose. You don't see them, but it's happening now. It's the same way the Lord put them cherubim at the Garden of Eden with them fiery swords. Every time we try to get that land, man, we got to go through something. We can't get it. Abraham out there had an army, man, trying to fight to get back somewhere. He's a nomad. He has no home. You understand? He left Ur to go serve the Lord and build men up, build his family up. And it was fire for him. He had to fight. He had to flee Egypt. They trying to kill him in Egypt, take his woman. You understand? Hell, Isaac, he had to damn near kill his son. It's fiery, man. It was hard to get back to that. And then the Lord said, hell, remember the 400 years we served in Egypt? That's fire. You understand? We went through fire just to get back in the wilderness. Hell, remember the wilderness? Feast of Unleavened Bread, we do that for 7 days. Nigga, they did that for 40 years. Yeah, how about that? Don't ever forget that. Your ancestors traveled through the desert for 40 years having to eat unleavened bread and couldn't just... Now, I'm not saying that they weren't able to, they had livestock out there. Don't get it twisted. They had livestock. They had certain things that they would be able to make. But at first, they didn't have nothing. Nothing. Over 40 years, they grew things. By the time, it's just like, remember when we was in that basement, right? We didn't have nothing, but we had what's filled up this room. This room filled out nicely, but we couldn't just be in the basement with chairs and no table and no ornaments on the table and no scrolls and no books and no bookshelf and nothing like that. And you know what I'm saying? We couldn't just be in there like that. I told y'all one day while we in this basement, we're going to collect everything. We're going to turn this basement into the school, because before you know it, we're going to have to go into a school. We ain't going in there empty-handed. The children of Israel didn't go into the land of Canaan and take it over and call it the land of Israel again with nothing. Oh no, they had the tabernacle of the Lord that they had to wander through the desert with. I showed Lakam Yala what the tabernacle of the Lord really looked like. It wasn't no tent like you go out in the wilderness and you just put up a little tent. It wasn't that. Oh, it was wood that was crafted and tents that were crafted out of the best of what we had. The best color linen and stuff that we had. Gold, listen, it had gold hooks to them. It had the silver on the top of them, gold everywhere. The menorah was gold. The Ark of the Covenant was gold. The tabernacles was gold. The table of showbread, gold. Everything gold. All of the pillars were gold all the way around it. Hell, the rings that held the curtains was gold. The walls inside of it was gold. And we had to break that down, move, set it back up. Break that down, move, set it back up. We had cattle, we had swords, we was doing metal work. We had swords, we had army. So when people talk about numbering the people, they don't know the Bible. They was just numbering the men who was in the military, who was serving. They wasn't even talking about the rest of the people. Them 600,000 men, that was an army. That wasn't the women and the children and the old women and the old men and the babies and the young kids. You know what I'm saying? That was just the fighting men that followed Moses and that were taken down, and the numbers of them and who they were and all of that. It wasn't the rest of the people, man. You understand? So people don't be knowing the Bible when they read the Bible. They just not taught the Bible. If it's not the Israelite School of UPK under Commander General Yohana, then you are not in the truth, and the Lord is not with you. With that, the class over the priest and officer to Quan.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, starting out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak for a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is currently we're still going through the Feast of First Fruits, which is 50 days. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that being said, Amadia, Mr. Israel Amadia, should stand. We'll do a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadia, Shabbat, Amadia, Barak, Yahweh, Shimon, Shabbat, Thumb.
How about Shimon, Shabbat, Thumb?
Yahweh, Sar, switch the turn, face of Hagwa. Men of Israel, Slack. Hagwa, Amadia, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amadia, Shabbat, Amadia, Barack.
Yahweh Shabbat,
Yeah, Matah. Class 2 minutes.